Red flags come in many forms, but the most dangerous ones often start as subtle behaviors. Let's look at some real scenarios. Red flag number 1, controlling behavior.
Why do you need to know where I am all the time?
It's not that. I just want to make sure you're safe. You should text me back immediately.
Translation: I don't trust you.
Wait, so wanting someone to check in is bad?
Not necessarily. Healthy concern is different from control. If your partner gets angry or anxious when you don't respond instantly, that's a red flag.
But what if they have trust issues from past relationships?
That's something they need to work on, not something they should control you over.
So, if they make me feel guilty for not responding fast enough, that's control, not love?
Exactly. Love is built on trust, not constant surveillance. Red flag number 2, love bombing.
You don't even know me that well yet. This is a little much.
I just know you're the one. Let's move in together next month.
Fast-paced relationships that feel too perfect too soon often hide deeper problems.
What's wrong with just falling for someone quickly?
Nothing, unless it's one-sided or manipulative. Love bombing often creates an emotional debt, where one person later controls the other by making them feel guilty for not matching their intensity.
So if someone pushes too hard, too fast, I should slow it down?
Yes, real connection takes time. Love that starts too fast often burns out or becomes toxic.
So if I meet someone amazing and want to give them everything, how do I know I'm not love bombing them?
It's about balance. Are they reciprocating at the same level, or are you overwhelming them?
That's a good point. If someone feels smothered, that's a sign things are moving too fast.
Red flag number 3, gaslighting.
You promised to call, but you disappeared for 2 days.
You're being dramatic. I never said that.
Gaslighting is when someone makes you question your own reality, a major sign of manipulation.
But what if I just forgot something and they think I'm gaslighting?
Good question. Accidentally forgetting isn't gaslighting. Gaslighting is when someone denies reality on purpose to make you doubt yourself.
Like saying something hurtful, then later acting like it never happened?
Exactly. If you feel confused, questioning your own memory, or constantly second-guessing yourself, you might be experiencing gaslighting.
That sounds exhausting. But how do you prove someone is gaslighting you?
You don't need to prove it. Trust your gut. If you notice a pattern of being made to feel irrational, that's your sign. Here are a few other common red flags. Stonewalling, shutting down communication instead of resolving conflict.
Isn't taking a break during an argument sometimes a good thing?
Yes, but there's a difference between needing space and intentionally shutting someone out as a form of control. Healthy communication allows for breaks to cool off, but stonewalling is used to punish or manipulate the other person into giving in.
So if someone completely ignores their partner for days just to prove a point, that's stonewalling?
Exactly. If conflict never gets resolved because one person always shuts down, it's a sign of emotional immaturity and avoidance. Jealousy. Disguised as love, constant suspicion and accusations.
Wait, I thought some jealousy was normal?
A little jealousy can be natural in relationships, but when it turns into constant accusations, paranoia, or controlling behavior, that's a red flag. Healthy jealousy acknowledges feelings, but trusts the partner. Toxic jealousy assumes guilt without proof and restricts freedom.
So if someone says, I don't want you hanging out with your friends because I love you too much, that's not sweet, it's controlling?
Exactly. Love should never be used as an excuse to limit someone's independence or friendships. Walking on eggshells, feeling afraid to express yourself because they might react badly.
I've been in relationships where I had to carefully choose every word so I wouldn't set them off. That's walking on eggshells, right?
Yes. If you're constantly monitoring what you say because you fear how your partner will react, that's emotional instability. In a healthy relationship, you should feel safe expressing concerns without worrying about explosive reactions or silent treatments.
So basically, if I feel like I have to censor myself all the time to keep the peace, something is wrong?
Yes. Healthy relationships allow for open conversations without fear of emotional backlash.
Wait, I thought some jealousy was normal?
A little bit, yes. But if it turns into control, suspicion, or constant accusations, it's a red flag.
And what about stonewalling? What if someone just needs space?
That's different. Needing space is healthy. Stonewalling is when someone uses silence to punish or control you.
Wow. I didn't realize some of these were red flags.
Many people don't. That's why we're here. If red flags are so obvious, why do people stay?
Maybe they don't want to be alone.
Or they think they can change the person.
Exactly. Many people ignore red flags due to emotional attachment, fear of confrontation, hope that things will get better, manipulation keeping them trapped.
I get it. It's easy to make excuses for someone you really like.
Right? You think, maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe they'll change.
And that's where people get stuck. They rationalize bad behavior because they don't want to lose the relationship.
Or because they don't want to admit they were wrong about someone.
Exactly. The fear of being wrong or looking foolish can keep people in bad situations much longer than they should be.
So, what's the difference between being patient with someone and ignoring red flags?
Great question. Patience is giving someone time to grow. Ignoring red flags is making excuses for consistent bad behavior.
That makes sense. So, if someone apologizes but keeps doing the same thing, that's a sign I'm ignoring a red flag?
Yes, if they're truly sorry, they will make changes. If they just want to keep you around, they will apologize without fixing the behavior.
Wow. That's something I wish I had known earlier.
Most people do. That's why we're here to break the cycle. So you've spotted a red flag. Now what?
Call them out immediately?
Not always. First, you need to assess, is this a one-time mistake or a repeated pattern?
What if I don't know the difference yet?
That's where communication comes in. Step 1, acknowledge it and bring it up.
Like saying, hey, that bothered me. Can we talk about it?
Exactly. Step 2, set boundaries. Make it clear what you won't tolerate.
And if they cross the boundary again?
Step 3, watch for patterns. If they keep ignoring your concerns, they aren't going to change.
So that's when you walk away?
Yes. Step 4, take action. Don't let empty apologies keep you stuck.
That's hard when you really love someone.
It is, but love isn't enough. Respect and trust are non-negotiable.
I guess the real red flag is making excuses when we should be setting boundaries.
Now you're getting it. Spotting red flags is step 1. Reacting the right way is what truly protects you.
Maybe I've ignored a few of these before.
Haven't we all?
The goal isn't perfection. It's awareness.
But what if you're already deep in a situation with red flags? What then?
That's a great question. First, you need to recognize if it's salvageable. If the person is willing to acknowledge their mistakes and grow, that's a positive sign. But if they dismiss your concerns, manipulate, or refuse to change, you have your answer.
So, you either work on it together or walk away.
Exactly. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and effort. You deserve to be with someone who values and respects you, not someone who makes you feel small.
And if walking away feels too hard?
Lean on your support system. Friends, family, therapy, whatever helps you regain perspective. Sometimes, stepping back allows you to see things clearly.
I guess the hardest part is trusting yourself.
Yes, that's why we're having this conversation. The more you understand red flags, the easier it is to trust your instincts.
That makes sense. I've ignored red flags before, but now I know better.
And that's the key. Growth, awareness, choice. The now. Tell us in the comments, what's a red flag you've seen before?